Today I'm going to be talking to the chairman of the Women's Committee, Peggy Stuckey, for the United Auto Workers Union. Very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
So I've got a lot of questions, very interested about the unions. I've never worked for one myself. So United Auto Workers, is it just Navistar or is it breaking out to a little bit?
It's Navistar, Axle, Local 402 is the local here in Springfield. It's Navistar, Axle Noble, and the TSC processing plant. We're all Local 402.
And so everybody kind of meets together, but do they discuss similar issues?
We all have our own division meetings.
Each have their own division meeting, and then kind of, do you guys do anything as a group? Like, I guess, just curious.
We went to Columbus and rallied for SB5. We had a big blue sign, a big blue flag said UAW Local 402.
Ah, I will have to try to find that in the pictures. Which company specifically do you work for?
International Truck and Engine. I build semis.
Wow, that's really exciting. That's really cool. Between the whole United Auto Workers Union, when did the Women's Committee actually get formed?
And it was started in the early 70s, but I didn't start working there till 1994, but there were women that ran it before me.
And had you been just a part of the whole union and then was like, wait, what is this Women's Committee thing?
Yes,
kind of?
yes,
like,
that's how it happened.
Some interest. And what kind of issues are really important for you in terms of being a part of the Women's Committee? Like, I mean, is there anything in the local area that you guys take interest in?
We do a lot of charity work.
Very cool. Okay, so
that's a lot of our goal charity work.
Okay, why don't you tell me a little bit about some of the charities that you are associated with?
Okay, we do the March of Dimes Walk. We're a checkpoint sponsor for the March of Dimes Walk every year.
Okay, when's the March of Dimes?
March the 7th, May the 7th.
May the 7th?
At Buck Creek State Park.
Okay.
We fed Habitat for Humanity when they had a women's build here in Springfield. We sent a World War II vet to the Washington Monument.
Oh, wow.
And we send boxes to the troops.
Very nice.
And we donate money to the Blue Star Mothers. That's an organization that sends boxes to the troops when we don't get names from people in the plant that they need boxes sent. Wow. And we refurbished a room at Project Woman for a member of the Women's Committee that got killed in an accident in the plant.
So, I mean, that's an extremely broad range. So you guys have a pretty large hand in the community.
Right.
How do you get the community involved? Like, do you set up anywhere around town, or do you just kind of have people come to you?
We have people come to us. Okay. They find out we're doing stuff and they come to us.
Okay. Yeah. Do you have contacts with other women's committees? Like,
yes.
Kind of talk about?
Yes. We have a women's coalition.
Okay.
And we have women's committee meetings.
Okay. What would you say is one of the biggest issues as being a woman within these companies, like, and being in the union? What would you say one of the biggest issues is that gets?
Really, there's not any issues because we're all treated fairly, same pay, because we're union. We all get the same pay, same benefits.
What would you say is the percentage of women involvement in the union that are involved in these employers? Like, how many would you say would actually be a part of the union?
Probably 30% right now.
30%? And do you think that that actually causes any sort of rift or rivalry between the other workers?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Me personally, I'm treated with respect. And, you know, that's the way it should be. And I treat people the way I want to be treated, with respect.
I think that's a very good mantra to go by. Okay.
Yeah.
So would you say then that people that you've known who are women feel discriminated against if they're not protected by the union?
Yes, I do.
Oh my goodness. What are the advantages of being in a union in this time, like, for each company?
It's no advancement. Everybody gets advanced the same. And everybody gets the same pay. We all do the same work. Equal. Everything is equal when you work for a union plant.
That'd be actually really nice. Yeah, and there wouldn't be that, like, double-edged sword where if you've been working there for so long, somebody gets hired in at that same rate. And,
nope.
You know what that?
Everybody gets same pay for the same job.
That'd be pretty nice. And as far as, like, medical benefits go or anything like that?
We all have the same medical benefits.
Okay.
We all have same retirement, men, women alike. It's an equal opportunity.
So why don't you tell me a little bit about your work history and what it was like, the difference between, like, non-union work that you've done and what it was like after being part of a union?
I worked for a company in Beaver Creek that was non-union, and it was mandatory. We worked 10 to 12 hours a day,
Oh my gosh.
6 days a week, and then we worked Sunday 6 hours. And it was when if you had to leave, it's like they followed you to the door to want to know why you were leaving, doctor's appointments or anything. Now we have a shift. We have a set shift. It's not the doctor's offices are still open when we get off work. It's not like going in at 6 and working until 6 and nothing's open.
Yeah.
And the benefits are the same as they were then, but your raises were based on if they liked you or didn't like you. And not really the job you did, but if they liked you or didn't like you.
Right. If you can put on that performance, not necessarily is your work evaluated, but yeah. No, I can see that. Yeah. And do we have anything coming up now in the elections that we could pay attention to that have anything to do with the unions?
Governor Kasich. We just feel like he's out to destroy us. And personally, I would not be a firefighter or policeman or a teacher and work for wages they want to pay. But I would not risk my life for not a good wage. And I know the Ohio needs the money at budget cuts, but there's other ways to cut budgets. And teachers are our future.
Oh yeah. No, there was a beautiful sign in the Columbus rally, and I only caught a glimpse of it, and it says, "If you can read this sign, thank a teacher." And I thought that was so cool because I think teachers are one of the most underpaid, overstimulated, just slammed to the wall. You don't even get any benefits unless you're in the same district for 5 years. And just,
And think of what our future would be if the kids couldn't read, couldn't write. It'll be a big loss. And teachers work hard for their money, and I feel like they're getting slammed and they have to go to college, and somebody's got to pay. They have to pay their student loans back, and so they earn personally, I feel they earn every dime they get.
Oh yeah. So, any other final advice that you'd say to get people involved to help the unions to kind of squash this possible downfall of them?
Call your senators and House of Representative people.
Okay.
Emails, write letters, go to rallies, make it known that we want to.
Do they have any rallies coming up?
They should before it gets to the Senate. I think within the next week.
Within the next week?
There should be a rally in Columbus.
Very cool.
It goes to the House next, and they've kind of put it on hold. I heard for 14 days, but they'll be rallying against it before then.
I hope you found this very inspiring, very educational. Thank you for tuning in, and we hope that you continue to watch us as we talk about women's history throughout the next couple weeks.